Let me start the class. Okay, uh, a brief preview from your previous lecture about the inverse function. Our previous lecture was about inverse function, how we can find inverse function. Same today we will cover the domain and also how to find range because range related with the inverse function. Let's suppose we have this question, how to find the domain of this function, range, and how we can find inverse. Okay, we know that u function equal to x minus 5 divided by 2x plus 4. So when we have a rational function, we have x variable in numerator and x variable in denominator. First of all, if you can simplify, so simplify or factorize numerator and denominator, you can simplify, but we cannot more simplify this one. We cannot cancel common factor between numerator and denominator. So if we this is our final equations, final function, simplified function. So then put denominator equal to, yeah, denominator not equal to 0, like we have 2x plus 4 not equal to 0. This must not equal to 0. Transferring 4 to other side, we have 2x plus 4 and this one not equal to 0. So if you transfer 4 to other side, 2x not equal to minus 4 and then dividing both side by 2. 2 cancel with 2. X not equal to minus 4 minus 2 because minus 4 divided by 2 equal to 2. So x not equal to, all values are possible except minus 2. This is the domain of a given function. Now, how we can find range value? So for range value, first we need to find the inverse function, and then domain of inverse function is range for the main function. So how we can find the inverse function step? There are three steps. Step number first, replace, yes, excellent Hadia. Sahar actually, great. Okay, so step number first, replace u of x with f of x, yeah, y. So we have y is equal to x minus 5 divided by 2x plus 4. Yes, excellent. So step number second is interchanging value of y and x, replace x with y and y with x. So we have x is equal to y minus 5 divided by 2y plus 4. Okay, now next we need to find the value of y, find the value of y. So for y, multiply 2y plus 4 with x. So we have x multiply with 2y plus 4 equal to y minus 5. If we multiply x with these two values, so we have 2xy plus 4 multiply with x equal to 4x, and we have y minus 5. So transferring y to other side, because we need to find the value of y, we have 2xy minus y equal to minus 5, and if you transfer 4x to other side, equal to minus 4x. So 2xy minus y equal to minus 5 minus 4x. Okay, if we take common between these 2xy and minus y, if we take y common, so y, then we have 2x minus 1 equal to minus 5 minus 4x. Dividing both sides by 2x minus y, 2x minus y. This side cancel, y is equal to what? Y is equal to minus 5 minus 4x divided by 2x minus 1. This is the inverse function. Yes, how we can write? Yes, we can write like y inverse form, that we have f inverse x equal to yx, because it depends upon x. We have minus 5 minus 4x divided by 2x minus 1. Now, to find the range value, we need to find the domain of inverse function. Again, we have inverse function minus 5 minus 4x divided by 2x minus 1. So you cannot simplify more this one. You cannot cancel common. Minus 4 minus 5 minus 4x divided by 2x minus 1. So now just replace this one, not equal to 0. 2x minus 1 not equal to 0, or 2x not equal to plus 1. Dividing both side by 2. So we have x is equal to, yeah, x not equal to 1 over 2. So all the values are possible except one value, minus, sorry, this one is just 1 over 2, not minus 1 over 2, plus 1 over 2. So this is actually the range of main function. So you can write that all values are possible from minus infinity till plus infinity except one value, and that one is x not equal to plus 1 over 2, or 0.5 not possible. So in this case, in this way, you can find domain, range, and also inverse function. One other question from same inverse function. This is a review from your previous class. Okay, find the domain and range of the function y is equal to under the root 3x plus 1. So first of all, how we can find the domain function? Y is equal to under the root, okay, 3x plus 1. So we know that this one is actually the square root, and square root present in numerator. So when we have square root in numerator, then put the 3x plus 1 greater than or equal to 0. We have a numerator. So 3x plus 1 greater than or equal to 0. Transferring 1 to other side, we have 3x greater than or equal to minus 1, and dividing both sides by 3. 3 cancel with 3, x greater than or equal to minus 1 over 3. This means that all values which are greater than are equal to minus 1 over 3. It means minus 1 over 3 also included in that. Domain function is actually from minus 1 over 3 till plus infinity, the domain function. Now, how we can find the range of this function? So, for range of this function, first, excellent, Sahar, excellent. Yes, Saima, thank you. Okay, so we need to find the inverse function. So, y is equal to 3x plus 1, correct? So, first, we have y, we have x, so we can replace, we can interchange value of x and y. So write down x is equal to square root of 3y plus 1. Next step, we need to find the value of y. So what we can do, first we need to remove the square root. Yes, how we can uh, remove this square root? Taking square on both sides. If we square both sides, yes, squaring both sides. So we have x square equal to square cancel with square root. We have 3y plus 1. Yes. So transferring one to other side to find the value of y x square minus 1 equal to 3y, and dividing both side by 3. So 3 cancel with 3, y equal to x square minus 1 divided by 3. Now, how we can find the domain of this function? You know that we have x square minus 1 in numerator. In denominator, we don't have any variable. We have just 3 variables. So this one is very important, x square minus 1. And x square minus 1, you can give any value, like you can give positive value, you can give negative value, you can give 0. If you give 0, so 0 square minus 1 equal to minus 1. You can give positive value like 2 square, so 2 square is 4 minus 1 equal to 3. You can give negative value like minus 4 minus 2, so again minus 2 square is minus 4, 1 equal to what? Equal to 3. So this function can have only positive values because we have square, and if you give x plus value or minus value, result will be plus. So all values are possible, and these are actually plus values, not minus values, because we have square. So you can say that range of this function is from 0 till plus infinity. Why from 0? Because uh, we can give minus value or plus value, but result is again plus, so negative values are not possible. Yes, excellent, excellent. Great. So then are equal to Mujib. Yes, Maha, excellent. Yes, we can find the range value without Mujib, without solving inverse with the help of graph. So we can find, but when you have inverse, so you can easily find. Okay, this was the review from your previous lecture, inverse of a function. I think now it's clear to you guys how to find domain, how to find inverse, and how to find range of a function. For today's class, we have odd function and even function. Also, we have increasing and decreasing function. So, what are odd function, and think you what is even and odd function? Okay, these are very simple. Even function and odd function. Simply first one in even function. Even function, when we have a function and we give negative value and positive value, but results are same, so that function is called an even function. Like we have a function y is equal to f of x, and if we select two numbers, like we have x1 equal to plus 2, and second one x2 is equal to minus 2. Same values, plus 2 and minus 2 with different sign. So plus 2 and minus 2. And if you give plus value and minus value, both results are same. That function is called an even function. For example, if we give x1 is equal to 2, so y of f of x1 like 2. Same if you give x is equal to minus 2, so y of f of minus 2. But if both are same, like f of 2 equal to f of minus 2, both results are same. Like for example, f of 2 equal to 10, f of minus 2 also equal to 10. That function is called an even function. Like what? If we have function y is equal to x square, so if we give x is equal to 1, x1 is equal to 2 plus 2, y is equal to 2 square, so 2 square is equal to 4. Same if we give x is equal to minus 2, y equal to minus 2 whole square equal to plus 4. Both are same. Minus 2 gives 4 and plus 2 gives 4. So this function is called what? This function is called an even function. When we have a function and power of functions, are like 2 or y is equal to x power 4 or y is equal to x power 6, all even numbers, 2, 4, 6, 8. So these function will give you same result. This function is simple of even function. When we have 1, 3, the power 1, 3, 7, 5, so that will be an odd function, not even function. Okay, how we can prove when function is given that that one is odd function or even function? So for that, you can just put the values like if we are given this function y is equal to x power 4 plus 2x square. Is this even function or odd function? You have to prove that this one is even function. So select two values. Like x1 is, for example, 3 and x2 is equal to minus 3. Same values with opposite sign like plus and minus, and then put in this function y is equal to, we have x power 4 means 3 power 4 plus 2 into x square means 3 square. So equal to what? 3 power 4 equal to 81 plus 3 square 9 multiply with 2 equal to 18. So 81 plus 18 I think equal to 99. So first, when x is equal to plus 3, the function is equal to 99. Same if we give x is equal to minus 3, so y is equal to minus 3 power 4 plus 2 into minus 3 whole square. So minus 3 again power is 4. This means that minus 3 multiply with minus 3 multiply with minus 3 multiply with minus. Again, it give you plus like 81 plus 18. So 81 plus 18 equal to 99. So you can see for both value, results are same. So this type function, yeah, this type of function is called an even function. Okay, great. Yes, it's even function. Uh,
Sir, we can find it from the the power.
of course, directly you can say if powers
Yes,
are even, so you directly can say this is even function.
yes, sir.
Okay, like this one we have function x square minus 3. So you can see this is power is 2. So directly you can say that this is an even function by putting same values plus and minus 3 values. If result is same, so even function. You can see these. We have example x square into x square minus 4. So powers are even, so directly you can say that these are even function. We have x square minus 4. This is also example of even function. If you replace any values like a and minus a, like plus 3 and minus 3. Okay, these are example of even function. Odd function, uh, okay, odd function, just give me 1 minute. Okay, odd function is different from even function. Like same if function is given y is equal to f of x, and if you give two values like x1 and x2 values, one positive, second one is negative. Like we have plus 3 and minus 3, and you receive same value with opposite sign like one function f of x, like for 3, this one equal to 15, if f of minus 3 equal to minus 15. One is plus, second one is minus, but results, values are same. In even function, both are same. Plus 4 and plus 4. But in this, with opposite sign, one value is 15, other value is minus 15. So that function is called an odd function. Or when we have f of plus 3 equal to minus f of minus 3. Just with minus symbol, that function is a uh, odd function. One example from odd function, we have y is equal to x cube plus 1. So this one is odd function. Select two values, like first one x1 is equal to 2 and x2 is equal to minus 2. Sometimes it's also possible that this will give you different values. So that will be neither odd function nor even function. So let's discuss x1 equal to 2 and x2 is equal to minus 2. So we have y is equal to first one for 2. So we have 2 cube plus 1. 2 cube plus 1, so 2 cube is 8 plus 1 equal to a 9. Y for negative values, so when we have minus 2 cube plus 1, so minus 2 cube is equal to minus 8 plus 1. So this one equal to minus 7. You can see both are not same. One is plus 9, second one is minus 9. So this one not in even function, this one not an odd function. So this is called neither odd function nor even function. So example of odd function, let's discuss here. Yes, if we have 5x minus x cube, so 5x minus x cube, let's try here. Y is equal to 5x minus x cube. Now we can select two numbers, x1 value and x2 value. x1 is plus 2 and x2 is minus 2. First, x is equal to plus value plus 2. So y is equal to 5 multiplied with 2 minus 2 cube. So 5 multiplied with 2 equal to 10 minus 2 cube equal to 8. Result equal to plus 2. Yes. Now if you give x is equal to minus 2, y is equal to 5 minus 2 minus 2 cube. 5 into minus 2 equal to minus 10, and then minus 2 cube equal to minus 8. Multiply with minus equal to plus 8. So result equal to minus 2. First one, f of plus 2 equal to f of minus 2, but only with negative sign. We have one plus 2, second one is minus 2. So that function is called what? That function is, yes, the odd function. Excellent guys, excellent. Mochi, excellent, excellent Saiba. Okay,
Odd function.
yes, odd function. Uh,
Excuse me, sir.
yes,
Uh, is it possible that in one function we have both odd and even powers?
no, no, yes, possible. Both powers are possible, but sometimes function is not an even function, not odd function. It will be neither. Like in this question, we will try to discuss if that function is odd function or even function. Both are not also possible, like sometimes it will not be an even function nor odd function. Okay, in this question, let's suppose I will
Thanks,
try,
sir.
yes, I will try another example. Y is equal to, we have x cube plus 2x square. So what about this? So this is not even function nor odd function. How? Let's try. X is equal to plus 3 and x is equal to minus 3. Y is equal to first 3. So we have 3 cube. plus 2 multiplied with 3 square. 3 cube is actually 27 plus this one 3 square 9 multiplied with 2 equal to 18. So this one equal to 45. For x is equal to minus 3, so y is equal to minus 3 cube plus 2 multiplied with minus 3 square. So minus 3 cube equal to minus 27 plus then we have 9 multiplied with 2 equal to 18. So 27 minus 27 plus 18 equal to 9 minus 9. So this one is neither even nor odd function. One is 45, second one is minus 9. Yes, great. Farishta, Abdul Mateen, great. Okay, Khadija, excellent. So, uh, our main question was how to prove, yeah, given question is even function or odd function. We can also prove this question like even function and odd function with the help of giving a value a. We have this function y is equal to f of x is equal to minus 3x square plus 4. Okay, select two numbers like we have plus a and x is equal to minus a. First, if we give x is equal to a plus a, so a minus 3 into a square plus 4. So we have minus 3 a square is, let's suppose, a square plus 4. So minus 3 into a square plus 4. Now give negative values like minus a. So we have minus 3 into minus a square plus 4. Okay, minus 3 minus a square is plus a square and plus 4. Again, this one also equal to 3a square plus 4. Both are same. You can see both are same. Minus 3a square and minus 3a square plus 4. So example of what? Thank you, Hadia. Excellent. Mujib, Farishti, excellent. So even this one is an even function. Same we can discuss last one. 2x cube minus 4x with even function or odd function. Next topic we have about increasing and decreasing function. What is increasing function and what is decreasing function? Okay, okay guys, increasing and decreasing function. There are conditions for proving of how to prove a function is increasing or decreasing function. What are the conditions? Conditions are, for example, if we have a function, let's suppose y is equal to f of x, and if we select two values like x1 and x2, maybe any value like 2, 3, 2, 5, but condition is x2 greater than x1. If x2 is greater than x1, then function number 2 will also be greater than function number 1. Like what? We have example y is equal to x square plus 1, and we select two numbers, any two numbers. Uh, x1 is equal to 2 and x2 is equal to 3, and you can see that the x2 is greater than x1. So if you select, wait guys, no, 1 minute, just give me 1 minute. Okay guys, we have x1 is equal to 2 and x2 is equal to 3, and Condition is x2 is greater than x1, then 3 is greater than 2. So when you give x1 value, first one, y1 is equal to, let's suppose f of x1, and you know that f of x1 is equal to x1 is equal to 2, so we have 2 square plus 1, 2 square plus 1 is equal to 5. Same, if we give second value y2, or y2 is equal to f of x2, and x2 is 3, so 3 square plus 1, 3 square plus 1, and 3 square, 9 plus 1 equal to 9. You can see here that second function f of x2 is greater than f of x1. So this means that this function is increasing function. Yes, great, excellent.
Professor,
Yes,
on there it says x1 less than x2, then the function or the graph is increasing. So in here it's greater than. Is it increasing or decreasing?
this one is increasing. You can see here the condition that x2 must be greater than x1. X2 is 3, x1 is 2, so x2 is greater than. Then second function f of x2 also greater than x1. You can see here x2 is 9, x1 is 5. So when both condition x2 greater than x1, same function, second function also greater than first function. So that function is called increasing function. Now this function is increasing function. Okay, next example about increasing function. Uh, let's suppose we have function y is equal to 2x plus 10. Select two numbers, but condition is x2 must be greater than x1. Let's suppose we select two number, x1 is 5 and x2 is 10. x2 is greater than 5. First one, y1, or we can say f of x1, and x1 is 5. 2 multiply with 5 plus 10. So 2 5s are 10 plus 10 equal to 20. Now second video, f of x2, and you know that x2 is 10, so 2 multiply with 10 plus 10. So 20 plus 10 equal to 30. You can see here f of x2 is greater than f of x1. This shows that this is an increasing function. But opposite of that is decreasing function when f of x1 is greater than f of x2. So that is the decreasing function.
Sir, what is the difference between increasing and strictly increasing? Because it's mentioned that increasing has an equal.
Yes, these are the condition you can see here. This one x2 greater than or equal to x1. When both values give you 10 and 10, both are same. So greater or equal, equal also possible. So increasing function. But when x2 is greater than, like in this case, 30 is greater than 20. So this is called strictly increasing. Yes. In these,
Okay, thank you.
yeah, okay, one example from decreasing function. Okay, this meeting also going to end. But okay, guys, let's join another meeting just for one example. I'm just for attendance.